everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you have already subscribed, welcome back and thank you so much for your support. Today we are going to make a super delicious seafood boil. If you want to see how I make this recipe, please keep on watching.
Cooking made easy.
Before we get started, if you are new here, my name is Claude Mott and I am the owner and founder of Lobogo Seasoning. Lobogo Seasoning is an e-commerce website where I started when I was in grad school, where we sell organic green seasoning, organic meat seasoning, organic hot pepper sauce, organic barbecue marinade, organic jerk marinade, and also during the holiday, we also sell cremas. And guys, all of the recipes that I post on this channel, I make them using the seasoning from my business. If you're interested and would like to try a product, I'll make sure to have the link in the description below. And also guys, in this channel, I not only post quick and easy recipe, I also post a lot of video behind the scene where I show you guys how I package my orders to ship to my customers. And I also share a lot of small business tips. I recently launched my business during the summer, and I also took you guys behind the scene and showed you guys how I prepared from the beginning until launch day. And guys, if you are a small business owner, or you are thinking on relaunching your business, or you're thinking about having a spice business, a lot of the tips that I share in these videos are very useful. So if that is something that interests you, I hope you consider subscribing. Okay, let's start with the recipe. So for our seafood boil, I do not make seafood boil often because it involves a lot of salt, a lot of butter. But when I do, I treat myself. So for the seafood boil, we have potatoes, and these potatoes are very small potatoes. We have potatoes. I have some corn. I love corn. I have some jumbo shrimp, and I did leave the skin on. I have some sausage. I already cut the sausage, but this is the brand that I am using. It is turkey sausage. And I have some snow crab. I have some minced ginger. I don't know if everybody put ginger in their sauce when they're making seafood boil, but I love adding ginger in mine. I have some garlic. I like to have a lot of garlic when I'm making seafood boil. So we have garlic. I have some onion. I already chopped my onions. And I have some Old Bay seafood seasoning, and I also have some chicken broth. I got this from Trader Joe, chicken broth. And we are also using the organic spicy meat seasoning. This meat seasoning is an all-in-one. We are using the spicy today because I like my seafood boil very spicy, so we are using the spicy meat seasoning. Even though this meat seasoning is a meat seasoning, guys, if you are vegan and vegetarian, it is also safe to use as well. And this seasoning is all-in-one. It is gluten-free, low sodium, with no preservative. And it is also made with pure virgin oil. So this is the meat seasoning we are using for this recipe. And we are also using some butter. And guys, since I'm gonna be using the Old Bay seasoning, I'm using the meat seasoning, so I'm gonna be using unsalted butter. So before we start, we're first gonna season some water, and we are going to boil the potato. Midway, when the potatoes are almost ready, we are going to add the corn in there. Reason why I don't add the corn and the potatoes together is because potatoes takes longer and I don't want the corn to be overcooked. And then we are going to add the corn, and after the potatoes and the corn are ready, we're going to remove them from the water. And then that same water, since it is seasoned, we are going to add the shrimp and the snow crab. And guys, I already have some eggs boiling. Yes, we are gonna have some eggs, so I already have them boiling in the background. All right, so let's get started. Okay guys, so I already have some water in a pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the organic spicy meat seasoning because I like the potato and corn to be seasoned. And I'm going to add some of the Old Bay seasoning on the water. And these are the potatoes. Now we are going to add the potatoes. And midway through, when these are cooking, after that, I'm going to add the corn. And here is a closer look of the shrimp, sausage, crab legs, snow crab, corn, onions, minced ginger, garlic, chicken broth, butter. All right, so now we already have our eggs cooking, so we are gonna be back when the potatoes are almost ready so we can add the corn. And guys, these seasoning jars are already in use, but I wanted to show you guys real quick what our seasoning look like. I already started using this one, but this is a jerk marinade. That's what the bottle looks like. Barbecue marinade. Oh, I need to refill on some seasoning. I'm getting low. And we have the brown sugar barbecue marinade, and we also have a bourbon barbecue marinade. This one is done. This one was just a small meat seasoning that I had. So this is some of our product. If you're interested and want to try some of our products, since I mentioned them so many times on this channel, I'll make sure to have the link in the description below. Okay guys, the potatoes are still boiling. I just checked, they are still a little bit hard, so I'm going to let them boil a little bit more before I add the corn. And I love the fact that I added the seasoning in the water, so everything's gonna be seasoned real nice. We're just going to let it cook a little bit longer. Okay guys, so I just checked, the potatoes are a little tender. Make sure you be careful so the potatoes don't overcook. So now we are going to add the corn. And we are just going to let this boil for 15 minutes. That way we can make sure that the potatoes are not overcooked and the corn are not overcooked as well. It's been 15 minutes. Now I'm going to remove the corn and the potatoes out of the boiled water. And I'm going to use the same boiled water for the crab legs and shrimp. And for the crab legs and shrimp, since the water is already very hot, we're only going to leave them there for 10 minutes. No more than 10 minutes, because we don't want our shrimp and crab legs to be chewy and rubbish. Now that I have removed the potatoes and corn, now we are going to add the shrimp, and then we are going to add the crab legs. These are only going to stay in there for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add the lid and let these stay in for 10 minutes. Okay, and careful, you don't want the shrimp and the snow crab to overcook. So now they are ready. I'm going to take them out. Make sure the shrimp is cooked, guys, because you don't want to get sick. But yes, I just checked. It's been 12 minutes actually. So now I'm going to remove them from the boiling water. From the boiling seasoning water to be exact. Just going to drain them. Okay guys, so now we are working on our sauce. So I added 2 sticks of butter and I'm just going to let that melt. After the butter is melted, I'm going to add the onions. Then I'm going to add the garlic, the minced ginger, the Old Bay seasoning, some of the meat seasoning, and after that I'm going to add the sausage as well. And also we are going to add some chicken broth as well. So we're just going to let the butter melt. And because this recipe requires a lot of seasoning, guys, that is the reason why I am using unsalted butter, because I am also using some chicken broth and I'm using a lot of Old Bay seasoning. I'm also using the organic meat seasoning. So wherever we want to minimize our sodium intake, we are going to do that. Okay, the butter is still melting. Now that the butter has melted, we are going to add some garlic, and we're also going to add the minced ginger, and then we are going to add our onions. And I have reduced the heat to medium, so now we are just going to let everything get tender. Okay, now we are going to add some of the meat seasoning, and the meat seasoning also have some organic lime juice, organic lemon juice, and organic sour orange juice. So because of that, we're not going to add any lemon juice in there. And now we are going to add the Old Bay seasoning. And then we are going to add some chicken broth. And we are going to let this simmer for 5 minutes. Okay, now last we are going to add our sausage, and we are just going to mix it for 5 minutes. The sausage, they don't have to stay here for long. And after that, we are just going to pour the sauce over the seafood, and we are ready. And I already put everything on a bowl. This is what it looks like so far. We have the potatoes, corn, shrimp, and we also have the crab legs. And now we are going to add the boiled eggs. And that's it. Our butter sauce is ready. Now we are going to just pour this on top of the seafood, the corn, the potato, and the hard-boiled eggs, and after that we are going to begin plating. I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but when I'm having my seafood boil, I like to have some sauce, dipping sauce on the side. So before I pour the sauce on the seafood, I'm just going to have some on the side for me. And look at the butter sauce, guys. All right. And that's it, guys. This is the final result. I hope you try this recipe. And if you do, comment below and let me know what you'll add, what you will not add. The meat seasoning and the ginger take the sauce to a whole nother level. And I like to have a lot of garlic on mine. You can see the garlic. I love having a good seafood boil. Yes, I do have some lemon wedges on the side. And this is the dipping sauce that I have on the side as well. Even though I already mixed the seafood with the sauce, I like having some dipping sauce on the side as well. Okay guys, that's it for this seafood boil recipe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and as always guys, I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Cooking made easy.